about that time. It's about that time. Once again, it's on and it's official like a referee whistle. Live from Lifestyle Studios, East Park Mall. This is the first episode of Furious Finishes
That's right.
podcast.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
very first one of many people. Keep it right here. Remember, this is Alkal, my main man Kees, and of course the buzzr,
Yes, sir.
aka Kempson. How you doing, bro?
Everything Gucci, man. Everything Gucci. Everything feel like money.
Yeah.
And we talk about what we love, and that's sport.
That's right. So we need to let the people know who are watching right about now and listening what the Furious Finishes is all about and why we actually came up with it.
Yeah.
They probably know us already. They've seen you on YouTube, they've seen you on the socials, they've
And
seen
the
you on
TV,
TV, radio.
TV too.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
they're on
So
TV
we
too.
been on TV. We all been on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now let's let the people know why the three of us came together to start this podcast.
You know, the essence of the podcast, I feel, is to articulate what is happening on the Zambian sports scene. And of course, there's always a situation where people get caught up in the politicking of things and
Yeah.
not focus on what the athletes are doing, bringing in medals, winning tournaments, and just doing good in the
Yeah.
community as well.
Yeah.
Because as much as sport is exercise and is good for one's health, sport is also a business. There's also a business side to sport. And that's
100%.
why you see sponsors putting in money, because they're not only investing in the athletes and the sport, it's also the business side of things. You see athletes getting endorsements, you see athletes improving their lives. So once
Building brands. Let's not
building
forget
brands,
about that.
absolutely,
Building brands.
110%. So the brands they build not only help their families, they help their community too. We'll take, for example, the Tiger, Rob Simbowe, MMA fighter,
Yeah.
who came from the streets and is now officially fighting in the EFC
Wow.
in South Africa.
That's huge.
And
Yeah,
winning
that's
too.
And of course representing the country. You know what I'm saying?
100% is waving,
Waving
that
the flag.
waving that flag high. So it's things like that that brought Furious Finishes, because we want to find out what the story is behind the athletes. We want to find out what the story is with associations.
Yeah.
Shout out, of course, to our very own MMA Zambia, Mixed Martial Arts Zambia, who won Association of the Year from the International Mixed Martial Arts Federation, the international organizing body. We're gonna make some noise for that.
Yeah, man. This is huge. This is
Yeah.
huge.
Of course,
So-
the first of many.
When things
Yeah.
when things of that nature start happening, they start looking at the country from another prism, from another perspective. So kids aren't on the streets, because I know MMA also have a program where they actually go and reach out to orphanages, they reach out to kids. And it's that's the sort of positivity you want to bring with Furious Finishes.
Yeah.
And of course we'll be discussing about our favorite sports, which is football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also got boxing. If you've been watching the Commonwealth Games, you saw that knockout
That's
by
right.
the Zambian boxer, I believe in the middleweight.
Yeah.
In the middleweight division.
That was so quick, man.
It was quick.
Super
It
fast.
was-
If you blinked, you'd have missed it.
Yep.
If you blinked, you missed it.
Speaking of blinking, don't forget about how our runner did as well. Like,
Absolutely.
I mean,
In the
this
sprint.
guy was fast.
Yeah, you know, he's competing at an elite level. The Commonwealth Games is peak elite level.
Yeah.
So it's good to see sport in the country taking that sort of direction. Hopefully they reach the grassroots too. It'd be good to see tournaments come back like the Coca-Cola Cup. So,
Okay, so but
Yeah.
obviously on today's podcast,
Mm.
our main focus, of course,
Right on.
is the MMA Zambia event, which is going to be happening here at East Park Mall by the Music Club. It's going to be live. It's going to be in charge. The gates open at 17:30,
Yeah.
but the tournament, the fighting, is at 18 hours. Tickets are going for just as low as 100 kwacha.
100 kwacha. You
Just
can
100
get them at the
kwacha.
quickest stand
Mhm.
right outside the Lusaka Music Club.
That's
So
right.
the
It's
summer
right
day.
in front of the music club, by East Park Mall, by the new wing. So you don't want to miss this opportunity out. However,
Right
I
on.
think there is an age restriction. I think it's 8 years and above. So
12
you-
12
12 years and above.
12 and
So,
above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you can't bring anyone younger.
No, you
than
can't
that.
bring your toddlers.
Yeah.
It's
If
a
you come-
friendly event. It's a friendly event, but you can't come with anyone below the age of 12.
Okay.
Now, for the sake of those who may not know, anything about mixed martial arts, which is MMA for short.
Yo, my man Alkal.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot to do something very important. We gotta shout out our man Eric.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Producer in the background.
Eric.
You
But
know, the man you
Milo.
don't see, the man you don't see,
The man you don't see.
but
in
he
the
doing
background.
all the magic. That's why we're looking good on TV.
That's right.
That's
Eric-
why we're looking good.
Eric is in
streaming.
charge, of course, of Lifestyle Studio here, the venue where we're actually broadcasting
That's
from.
right.
So big up to you, and of course, you can just come to the old wing right next to ZRA if you want to book yourself a photo
Absolutely.
shoot or use the podcast for
Record
your
an album.
own shows.
Yeah.
This is the place to be,
This is
and
the
Eric
place
is the
to
man.
be. Eric is the man.
All right, so now back to what we're talking about with mixed martial arts. I think maybe we need to just break it down to some people who may not know what mixed martial arts is all about or what's in, what it involves.
Yes.
So there's three main rules, right?
Yes.
There's no biting, no groin strikes,
Mhm.
and no eye gouging.
Yes.
I think the ear biting came as a result of Iron
Mike
Mike
Tyson.
take a little chunk
yeah,
of
Yeah,
Holyfield.
Holyfield.
And also people get this conception or this concept, the misconception that it's human cockfighting.
Mhm.
It is not. There are rules and regulations, which Kees was breaking down for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's three main rules, and everything else is well. There's still some more safety rules, of
It's
course.
just-
Yeah,
More safety
absolutely.
rules.
There's even a medic on standby just in case someone gets a bit overzealous.
Or
Maybe
someone's lights get turned out.
Just-
I see some
yeah.
knockouts in that
Exactly.
first CFC.
Exactly.
Dude got one, bam, and it was a wrap.
My main man Damien actually is part of the team. Damien Ebo Chungu's brother.
Yes.
He's going to be on standby. Yeah, you know Damien.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, he came by last week and came to, of course, see the guys who were taking the photo shoots.
Right.
The contestants.
The fight.
Or is it the contenders?
The
Is it
contenders.
contestants?
It's the contenders. I think contestants would be for beauty pageant.
Yeah, so contenders.
Or singing,
Contenders.
or singing
Yeah,
competition.
for the MMA.
Fighting, they're
On
contending.
the 13th, I think I need to
4 days to
emphasize.
go.
Yeah.
13th, that's
4
Saturday.
days
Yeah.
to go. 4
That's
days
this
to go.
Saturday. You can't miss it here at the Music Club. And of course, they were taking their photo shoot here at Lifestyle Studio.
Man,
And
they're
then
doing the
Damien
most.
passed through and he also said that, yeah, they're definitely overseeing to make sure that people don't get hurt, you know what
Right
I
on.
mean? Because it's a mixed martial arts.
Yes.
That's what it's called. So
Right.
it's a mixture of different types
Different
of
disciplines
fighting
of, fighting.
disciplines.
All the way from
Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu,
Boxing.
kickboxing, you know, boxing
So,
itself.
yeah.
we got wrestling,
Yeah, some
because there's some grappling moves.
Grappling,
I've
yeah.
seen
There's the
people get,
chokeholds.
I've seen people get caught in that grip.
yeah.
Yeah.
So of course, like Kees has said, there's a couple of rules to make sure that people don't overstep their boundaries.
Right on.
You know, so you might be watching and thinking, hey, why didn't he just elbow the guy in the face?
Yeah,
because his
elbows
face
are
is
not
open?
allowed also.
Yeah.
Elbows
That's
are
not
only
allowed.
allowed at professional level. So we must emphasize this is the Zambia National Amateur League. So the amateurs, for one, can also not collect prize money. And to become a professional fighter, you need to have fought 10 bouts.
Yeah.
10 bouts.
Yes, 10 bouts.
It's like
And
you have
won
to
them,
raise
right?
through the ranks.
Yeah.
You also need to win them, right?
Not necessarily
No?
win them. The qualification for you to become a professional fighter is 10 fights. So you could have.
So it's like having the experience.
So you
It's
can lose 10
experience.
fights and still make it to the
You can still
professional.
make it.
Absolutely.
Professional.
It's about gaining
and
that
be a winner.
experience.
And be a winner, you just never know. So there's different weight classes.
Case you've seen like even in WWE,
Yeah.
there was sometimes
There's
open
NXT.
it to the fans.
Yes.
That if you be able to take down Triple H or last one round with Triple H,
Yeah.
they'll even show you a belt there with a prize money attached to it.
That
Ah,
is
I
that
saw
it is.
that.
So it's really just about running the distance.
Getting the
Going the distance,
experience in the legs.
But
Okay,
also,
cool.
just before they enter the cage, there's a referee and judge who checks to see the gloves, and also you can't
No
be
cheating,
putting
yeah.
you can't put no Vaseline on your face because then you're gonna be slippery. So they
Oh.
also check for that. That's why you see them checking the back of the ear because you put Vaseline, it's very hard to get someone to choke in a
That
choke.
petroleum jelly, the good old petroleum jelly.
Man, we grew up with petroleum jelly. What things youngsters know about that petroleum jelly? So, for those of you who are interested in becoming a referee,
Yes.
a judge, or an MMA official,
Yeah.
and get that certification now, you've seen Freddy Passon on television
Mm-hmm.
in EFC South Africa.
Yeah.
He's a renowned referee. he'll be the one carrying the training.
Mhm.
Now that training's value is $400.
Okay.
Are you sure? I think it's 400 kwacha.
Yes, that's the price they're paying here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
the actual
right.
value is 400.
The actual
value
Yes.
is
But
$400.
for this is a special offer of
Yeah.
400 kwacha.
400 kwacha.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Wow.
So if you think
That's
yes,
amazing.
if you see
And it's a
those
3-day course.
3-day
Yeah.
course, yes
So,
sir.
yeah.
So it starts on the 10th.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. It runs from Wednesday the 10th all the way through Friday. And you could see yourself on TV refereeing that fight. So it's a 10 fight scorecard, I believe.
Not to mention, it could actually be a new career. Just in case
There
you
you
don't know
go.
what to do with your
There you
life.
go.
Maybe you don't want to make some money on the side as well.
Yeah.
Coaching and refereeing in the
110%.
MMA could
Yeah.
be
110%.
something that is your thing.
In the
That
cards
could
for
actually
you.
get you
Get you to the next
some
level.
money, in the
Yeah.
long run.
And
You
And that's
never
the
know.
business side we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so many opportunities within the sport.
For more information on that, you go to mma-zambia.com or you contact 09764498. Is this 98 or 00? I can't see properly. It's 9005.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so-
9005.
Okay, so 0976449005.
That's
And
right.
Simon's gonna be on the other end of the line.
Yeah, or you could just visit the website. That's www.mma-zambia.com. Don't forget the dash.
Don't
Don't forget the dash. And then go to Facebook page too, where you can get all the information. That's MMA Z,
Yes.
which
Yes.
stands for Mixed Martial Arts Zambia. Now, talking about the business side of things, I think there's also this component, which is part of the MMA Z vision, which is to train people to the level that they can open their own gyms.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
I
you
think
said.
that's super important because what then that creates again is an outlet for people to go in the community. So he'll think is like, oh, instead of going to drink junta and hitting some banje,
Exactly.
I'm better off going into a gym and training with the coach.
It's all about that lifestyle, right? I mean,
Right on.
it's what I've heard when talking to these guys that set up MMA Zambia. It's all about reaching out to the community, making sure that there's a positive influence. So when people think about MMA, they usually think about, oh, it's aggression, it's
Yeah.
fighting. But it's also about
Violence.
Human cockfighting.
Yeah, it's
and
mostly about
violence.
discipline, right? So it's about the discipline on how to train, how to eat right, how to constrain yourself,
Defend yourself.
defend yourself. So there's more to it than just about the fighting itself. It's also about just how to be a better human being, and that's
Yeah.
basically what they're trying to influence by going out, having these kind of things like the coaching, the
Yeah.
refereeing, and then setting up your gym, and then have people come through and then teach them on that as well. And that's also what
600%.
we're about,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's also
Exactly.
what we're about. Is
And
basically
it's not just for men.
no
It's
sir.
Women can
Yes.
do it as well.
Yes.
And kids as well. I think starting from the age of 8, 12 can also
Yeah.
start learning
They
MMA.
can't get the kids can't get in the cage just yet.
Just yet, but you
But
can train.
they can train.
They can train
They can
for
train,
it.
yeah.
Just like you have karate lessons at school
Yeah.
for in primary school.
I was doing taekwondo. I remember
Exactly.
in the first, second grade, third grade, I was doing some taekwondo.
I did judo, man.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I did capoeira.
There we go. So
nice.
everybody mixed martial arts
That's how
in
we
their own
mixed
way.
it. Yeah, we
That's
mixed
what's
it up.
Yeah, we should
That's
mix it
what's
up
up.
and get in the ring and see who's gonna come
That's
on
why
top.
we're the podcast dictators.
Yeah.
We throw hands too from time to time, but now we ain't throwing no hands.
So just in case people are wondering, so then fine, okay, so they know the rules, well, but there are more than 3 rules. There are a lot of rules just to make sure that the fighters don't get injured, don't get hurt,
Yeah.
or maimed for life.
Yeah.
But of course, you'd have to go to the Facebook page to actually
find out. But
what all those rules are.
I know for a fact Nima have come on board
Yes.
and have actually insured the fighters
Yes.
for healthcare.
Mhm.
So shout out Nima, keeping the fighters safe.
So there's actually a website as well where you can check out more on the rules and regulations,
Right on.
which is immaf.org.
So
There you go.
IMAMMF.org are the guys who actually gave our association the award for best association.
There you go.
There you go. So in case now you're wondering, then how do you call the win? Just like in football,
Yes, sir.
the one who scores the most goals is the winner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know for
In
a fact-
boxing, the one who gets knocked out or
Most
has
points.
the most points
Right.
is the
Yeah.
winner. So
Yeah.
how do you win a bout in MMA?
So for a fact, we've got to state that amateur fights are 3 rounds.
Uh-huh.
Professional goes 5 rounds.
Okay.
Right on.
That's the first thing.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You want to go in on the next one?
Well, in terms of the way an MMA fighter wins, there's several ways. There's the first one, which is the submission. Now,
We can
thi-
get some
which is-
guillotine.
yeah, exactly. When you have to tap out,
Or you
get
just
your
knock,
opponent
or
to
you just
tap
get
out.
knocked your lights out.
Exactly. So, physical or verbal tap out, meaning you can actually scream, you surrender,
I
you
quit.
give up.
I
You know,
surrender.
I'm done.
I quit.
You know, or you can tap out in case you can't really speak.
Because they
For the-
mentioned that guillotine.
Yes, exactly. And then there's the knockout, which is the second one. If an athlete is knocked out due to a strike or some form of impact, could be a horse round kick to the face, to the
Or a
groin.
helicopter kick.
Yeah, you feel
It
that.
could be a dragon kick too.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I saw someone catch a dragon kick, and that was the end of that
Then there's
fight.
a
Game over.
you all heard of the TKO?
Yes.
Technical,
Technical
knockout.
knockout.
Okay, now
That's why the medic comes
Yeah.
a little torch and checking your eyes. And
exactly.
your eyes ain't moving right.
Exactly. If
And
the
you
referee
swear you
stops
got
the
that.
fight due to the striker or maybe looking like he cannot continue,
Yeah.
he can call the fight off.
You see some of that Bobby Brown joke going like this, and it's a wrap. 'Cause
And
they got
then
that.
last but not least would be when a fight, if the judge decides that you can't continue.
Again, you got that Bobby Brown joke. You be out there.
Exactly. So when a fight is not finished by, say, knockout or TKO, the judges deliver their final scorecards for a final decision, depending on how many points as well you score.
Okay,
So
so
about the verbal one, I just have a question. Imagine you're French, right? And you're fighting a Zambian who speaks English, and then you're speaking French, and then you have the verbal one where you say we want to continue,
Arrêtez,
and
arrêtez.
then the Frenchman says no merci, no merci, no mercy. Huh?
Nice one, Kees, nice one. I see what you did there. I see what you
There's
did
an
there.
issue there then.
I see what you did there. But I think fini, no, is the same in every language.
True.
Mhm. As
No,
soon
so
as,
just to recap maybe on what we can expect from here.
yeah, absolutely. So what you can expect is this particular week, or these coming episodes, we'll be focusing on MMA Zambia. We'll of course be talking to the fighters. We'll definitely have Freddy Passon come on the show also to give us the technicals and the nitty-gritties of the fight. And of course you have the fighters themselves as well. We want to hear a little bit of their story, how they got into mix,
Absolutely. It'd be really nice to hear from the guys, how they actually got into
how the training is going.
yeah, what are their fears, what are their strengths, and what are their ambitions, where do they want to see themselves in the next 5 years through MMA, so that people can actually see that it can be done, that it's not just a theory.
So I tweeted the details of the fight, and then someone, I don't know if they're from England, tweeted back and saying, so is it going to be girls versus boys? I was like, no.
Nah. That would be
That's
unfair.
There's a
That's not it.
separation. Yeah.
There's a separation. So the two women, I know one of them for a fact is Miracle, who's trained by Benjamin Bush, and she's an amazing fighter.
She's a type.
Taekwondo background. Yeah, and yeah, she kicked hard. I wouldn't even want to be in the ring with her.
Exactly. So sometimes you might think it's unfair, but it depends on who the opponent is. If the opponent to the female MMA fighter is also an MMA fighter, then it's unfair. But if the MMA female fighter is fighting Flint, it's unfair on Flint.
It's very
And
unfair.
I'm going to try to get confident in that ring.
So unfortunately, we have to end up here because of time.
Absolutely.
So we would like to say thank you so much to everybody who's been watching our podcast. Be sure to follow us. Make sure you hit the like button and of course share. And of course join us again next time at the same time.
Yeah, shout out Lifestyle Studio one more time.
Yep.
For the bright lights.
Yeah. And to the
Man
producer,
like
Mr. Eric Mwalo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric.
Eric.
And of course, big shout out, of course, to everybody from MMA and Benjamin Bush as well.
Yeah.
So
And the sponsors.
And
You
the
know,
sponsors.
sponsors.
Speaking of sponsors, maybe Kempson, Mr. Buzzr,
Not so good, so good.
you
so
tell
good.
us how sponsors can reach out if they want to sponsor this podcast.
So if sponsors want to sponsor this podcast, you can hit us on that email, which is furiousfinishes@gmail.com or finallevel@gmail.com. Either way, just send us that email and we'll get back to you. Or you can come through to Lifestyle Studios on Lusaka Music Radio and just get that inquiry in. You most likely find our man Alkal.
That's right.
Mhm.
Always here. Always
Or
here.
you can always call us on 0966979962 or 0972837373. Either way, you're gonna reach us. I'm gonna reach back at you. But shout out to all the sponsors that came out to sponsor this particular fight on the 13th. That'll be Proflight Zambia, Monster Energy Drink, Nima, Tri Lounge. If I forgot it, Country Choice Chicken.
Lifestyle Studio.
Lifestyle Studios, of course. Big up Lifestyle
And
Studios.
Lusaka Music Radio.
And Lusaka Music Radio. You know what time
That's
it is.
right.
That's right.
So until next time,
We out.
God bless and we're out.
Peace
Yeah.
out, mic drop.
Bam. One take.